Escrow instructions. So there has to be an open, pending escrow, otherwise it's premature. So we need escrow instructions, and we need a HUD-1 a closing statement, estimated closing statement. Those are the main documents we would need. So, if you want to send like the purchase contract or the proposed offer, or whatever, the agreement that's going to be used, that's fine. We can attach that as well. The main things are the escrow instructions and the HUD-1 or estimated closing statement. So we can also, put in the name of the escrow company, officer, estimated closing date, and of course the terms of the sale. Keep in mind also, you don't want to show that the person that's in bankruptcy is going to get a ton of money from this short sale. Generally, they don't get anything in their pocket. Right, but if it's a sale even, because if they have like a lot of money coming their way, it could raise issues. So we don't want that to be the case. We always want to review the documentation, obviously, to make sure it's actually a legitimate short sale.
Okay, and can you specify a timeline for it?
Yeah, so if someone comes to us and says, okay, I need you guys to file this motion, so this order is signed by the judge allowing to go forward, it typically takes an average of 30 days. How it works is we file the paperwork, we file what's called a motion. We got to wait 17 days to make sure no one opposes the motion, which generally they don't. Why would they care, right? But still, we got to wait that time frame. And then the 18th day, we'll calendar that 18th day. We'll submit the order electronically to the bankruptcy court, along with the declaration nobody opposed the motion. And then it just becomes a waiting game. We got to wait for the judge to sign the order. Some judges are fast; it takes them a few days or a week, and there's one that takes 3-4 weeks after that. So it just depends. That's why I say average of about 30 days.
Okay. And there was a couple of people that wanted to know approximately average cost of a Chapter 7 or 13. If you can give that breakdown as well.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Chapter 7. It's attorney fees are $1,500 and up. It depends on how complex the situation is. If someone's case is not as complicated, generally we charge about $1,500. If it's more complicated, it's more. It just depends on the situation. Plus there are expenses that we have to take because we pay the court when we file the case, put on our company cards, so we have to be reimbursed for that. So generally speaking, it's about $400 in case expenses. That includes the court filing fee, obtaining a credit report from the service we use to make sure that everything's accurately listed in the bankruptcy paperwork, and things of that nature. Chapter 13 bankruptcy, attorney fees are fixed or set by the bankruptcy court. So we don't ask for all that up front, though, that's the thing. But for example, if it's a non-business owner, whether it's a single person or a married couple, it's $4,000. If it's a business owner, it's $4,500. But we know it's a lot of money for a lot of people, so generally we don't ask for $4,000 up front to file the Chapter 13. They can still give us $2,000 or whatever it is, $1,500 up front, and the balance of the attorney fees they pay through their monthly plan payments. So in a way, we help them to finance the attorney fees by doing that. And we take the risk as well, because if the case gets dismissed fast, we don't get the rest of our fees. So that kind of keeps everyone motivated to make sure that their case moves forward in a successful manner. There are some additional charges. We have to do a lien strip work, like motion or documents to remove the second mortgage. We do charge an additional fee for that. Generally speaking, it's about $1,500 to $2,000. They're removing a lot of debt, so it's a relatively small price to pay to wipe that out. But we try to work with people, obviously, and they can pay us in installments until their case gets filed, of course. Try to work with people on that.
I have two questions. First, if this person filed Chapter 7 and it has 3 properties, one is owner-occupied and 2 investments, when the VK is over, what's going to happen with the other that were investment properties?
Okay, the investment properties, is the VK over already, or are you saying you're going to? Is it hypothetical? They haven't filed.
No, it's over. But now my question is, should I advise them to visit you? Do you have to file Chapter 13 now, or?
Well, okay. So are they behind on their mortgages on their investment properties or something?
Yes.
Okay, and they got a discharge in their Chapter 7, right?
Uh-huh.
They can still file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. They won't be eligible for a discharge in their Chapter 13 bankruptcy because you have to wait so many years after a discharge in a previous chapter, right? But you can still file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy to reorganize. So you can file it for the purpose of paying what you fell behind on your properties, whether it's investment properties or otherwise, over 3 to 5 years.
It's better if it's a complex situation like this, it's better for them to set up an appointment if they want to. You can come with them. It's a free consultation.
Right.
First consultation is free, by the way.
Right.
So.
And the other question is for PNC. Can you explain a little more in regards to the people that qualify when you mentioned the second year option, the dismissal after discharge, Chapter 13 payoff discharge? Can you give us more details on that for the people who will qualify to buy properties?
Correct. So with the Chapter 13, as Alan and Elena mentioned, you have a payment plan up from 3 to 5 years. So at the end of that, let's say it's a 3-year payment plan. At the end of 3 years, your Chapter 13 will be discharged. So 2 years after it's been discharged, they can borrow money again.
Mom, but I've heard, correct me if I'm wrong, I've heard that sometimes after making regular payments for a year while you're in the Chapter 13, some people are eligible for refinancing.
Correct. Well, that's
At least they were, I don't know,
well,
nowadays.
that's what the special circumstances, if it's medical or if it's job related, and now they have stability in the job.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it is 1 year if you have those extenuating circumstances.
How about if the case is
1
that
year while they're, from the start of the Chapter 13, not from the end?
Correct.
Okay.
How about the cases, we have a lot of clients that file Chapter 7 only, and they're waiting to find out when do they qualify to buy another property. If they haven't filed any Chapter 13, they only file Chapter 7.
If it's Chapter 7, if it's a special circumstance as job loss or medical and they can prove it, it's 1 year after the bankruptcy was discharged. If it's not a special circumstance, it's going to be 2 years.
Even if it's only Chapter 7,
Correct.
2 years.
2 years after discharge.
And they have to establish their credit, of course.
Correct. Recommended, yes.
And that qualify for regular employee or self-employed?
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you.
And this will be our last question. Come on up.
When I meet a client and I take up a listing, when they say they have an ongoing bankruptcy, when do we wait or can we do short sale? I guess my question is, can we close escrow with an ongoing bankruptcy?
Yeah, you can, absolutely. You just need to get a court order. The person in bankruptcy needs to get a court order permission to proceed with the short sale while they're in bankruptcy, that's all.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a raffle right now.
Yeah. So so who has like 3 more minutes for a raffle? All right. We're trying to stay on time. So if you have 3 minutes, if you can take 60 seconds and fill out that survey while Hilda turns the wheel. And we are giving away a gas card. So again, we're trying to save you some money. So with this gas card, that'll help you move along and get to that next listing appointment or that caravan.
Hilda, look over here. It's wrong.
If we pick someone and they're not here, they don't.
And if we pick someone, if they've already gone, we're drawing again.
That's right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah? Okay. So,
And please leave your surveys at the front door when you're on your way out, please. And the winner is
Camelia Vera.
Thank you guys for coming out, and again, Alan and Elena will be around for a few minutes, so if you have questions, feel free to come on up and ask them. We appreciate you, we appreciate the San Gabriel Valley Board, and have a great week.